Universal Express, who is at the forefront of this naked short selling battle, but took a different approach than, let's say, Overstock. Our approach was very simple. We went to court. We went to a jury of peers, of American citizens. We showed them that when we were attacked by naked short sellers, we only had 5 million shares in our company. But we traded 50, 60, 70 million shares some months. And our stock price, of course, went down because who could withstand this constant barrage? What was the purpose of a naked short seller? Is it to test the mettle of a young developing company? Because I dare to say that a major company in this country that exists today, such as Microsoft, could never have become Microsoft under this onslaught of naked short selling, which is indiscriminate, and Universal Express is a perfect company for naked short sellers because there's an expression you can always tell a Marine. Well, we don't listen, but you can tell us anyway. When you have a Marine at the helm, or you have a chief executive officer who believes in their business, or in our case, believe that we were put here in order to make sure that Americans travel safer, we're going to fight and we're going to stay alive. Because what's the alternative? Well, I wouldn't have to give speeches like this, because I, like the other 6,000 chief executive officers, could have either taken it private or could have gone out of business. Well, the interesting thing with those two under the present system, they never have to pay back if the company goes out of business. How ludicrous is that? You know, let's speak about ludicrous for a minute. The regulators, we say the people who watch the hen house, the ones who make sure that the fox doesn't come, have in the past few years allowed the market makers to purchase the DTC, which is the regulating agency of market makers. The Securities and Exchange Commission, who must have read Charles Dickens when they were young, and Dickens got paid by the word, so hence his books became much thicker than most people those days. The Securities and Exchange Commission is compensated for every share that trades, whether it is real or whether it is bogus. In looking at the value of exposing naked short selling, I think it's most important, whether we call it Stockgate or naked short selling, to understand, as I've stated, that it isn't about Universal Express, and it isn't about our being so verbal and vocal. It's back to that first letter that I gave at the beginning. It is my hope that as a result of some of the things I may say to you today, whether you be in the SEC, whether you be an administrator in a public company, whether you work for a hedge fund or a market maker, whether you're an elected official, or whether you're 5 years old today outside playing, this speech will determine the future of capitalism and the integrity of our system. The Constitution of the United States, not Universal Express, dictates under our property laws, which, by the way, to those who follow Universal Express's ups and downs in their own legal battle, we are 100, nay 110% comfortable that an appellate court, the Supreme Court, and more importantly, those judges who follow the Constitution of the United States of America, not those bureaucrats who have forgotten for whom they work. And allow me to address forgotten for whom they work. How dare a regulatory agency create fear in the eyes and the hearts and the creativity of the companies for whom they were empowered by the Congress of the United States of America to protect?